otherwise I'll forget that. Although we don't want to take up more of your time than the 1 hour that we've reserved, if you have questions at any moment, don't hesitate to unmute yourself and ask, or paste it in the chat, and I can ask Jean-François to elaborate on whatever you've questioned. And so we'd like to start off by saying thank you for participating. We're really happy that most of you will be able to get a better idea of our Montreal headquarters and everything that's been going on since your last visit, if you've had the opportunity to visit. Many of you haven't, and others of you are typically work at Montreal headquarters but haven't been to this since March, which is a case for myself. So we'll see all together what's been going on in the last few months. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we'll be organizing these virtual visits, I would say at least 2-3 times a year, because there's so many changes that are underway in our production departments, and that'll always be the case given that, you know, our strength is that we're an innovative manufacturing firm. But there's also more and more innovations going on in alternate departments, whether it be intelligent warehouses, our customer service counters, our admobiles, our laboratories. So each time that we schedule a visit, you get to see a different piece of what's going on in Adfast. And we'll also be asking you, each of our Adfast locations, to also give us a tour of your warehouse and your customer service counters periodically, because we'd like Montreal employees to see what's in our other locations, or you know, St. Louis employees to know what's going on in Manitoba. So we really just want to increase the level of collaboration, and for us all to feel like we're one giant team. So on that note, Jean-François, I'll let you begin. For those of you who don't know Jean-François, Jean-François is our Vice President of Manufacturing Technologies. He's been with us since 2004. And he's participated to an extreme degree in the automation of all of our production lines and our 4.0 program, Industry 4.0 program. He will also be accompanied by Cyril, who you don't see on the screen. Cyril is our director for Industry 4.0, and he works collaboratively with Jean-François to automate our production lines and also to interconnect them with our other operating platforms. So that's what you'll get to see in the next few minutes.
So, hello everybody. Now we'll enter in the silicone production plant. On my right side, you will see it was the grommeting department about a year ago, and now we have 2 packaging lines. We'll go back. Oh, sorry, I forgot one of the most important things we have to do.
Thank you very much, Jean-François.
So
please disinfect your hands with AdClean, everyone.
Yeah, that used to be grommeting. So we'll go back later. So we enter here one of a packaging section that will be and stay a packaging section. We'll add one more line there. And little stuff there. That's one of the screen that we use directly plugged to our system for statistic and to
related to our production statistics.
Yeah. So here we enter what will be the batching
batching, correct, Jean-François?
Sorry?
What you've shown us so far is all silicone?
Yeah, it's all silicone. It's all silicone. So here we're going to have a new mixer directly where I'm at. The old mixer will be on this side, and the other mixer that we have on the other side will be here too. And we will have a big powder transfer system. And as you see, it's all work in progress. We have a new weight scale there to weight raw material, and a new cleaning machine for the vessel. Here I can show you a vessel. That's where we do the batches.
Everyone, so we manufacture silicone in batches of 1,300 liters, if I'm not mistaken, Jean-François. And on the SS side, it's 2,000 liters. So what Jean-François is showing you now is the actual vessel that we mix the mother paste in, and then we inject the color and the catalyst only in the packaging stage. So everything is a huge. It's not chaotic, but it's not the cleanest because we're in renovation right now. And so they're transforming the silicone department to increase the capacity.
We'll go to Cyril.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so Jeff already told you about washing. Here we are seeing one of our batching unit for the production of the master paste. Basically, this is a mixer with all the raw material entry input, I guess, and everything is controlled through the screen, which is driven by our MES, Manufacturing Execution System. So basically, the recipe are entered in a database, and the system is going through the database and following the recipe with some input from the operator and some automated actions. Basically, that's it. If we don't go too much in the detail, I will transfer back to Jeff for the packaging.
So just in the meantime, until Jean-François connects, as Cyril mentioned, many of our raw materials are automated. So the huge reservoirs that you saw to the left, we have there are 25,000 liters. Well, we receive raw materials and we pump them directly into the vessels that you saw through automated recipes in our MES being in ignition.
So now here we have mixer 2. Here it's the new, brand new from November. It's a 2,000-ton press. That press is like a big caulking gun. And that's where we put out the product. We'll see more dozer when we go on the other side. But that vessel, it's plugged to the dozer. That's one packaging line. That's the one from 2014. So filling machine, here's a case packer, fully automated. I think we're going to be able to see a box coming out.
Yeah, let's wait for a box.
So now the box is going to be, will pass through the taping machine.
And Jean-François, how many maintenance technicians do you have on your team that are constantly in the morning shift and in the night shift supervising the equipment and executing any corrective actions?
We have first shift to, let's say, troubleshooting. So we see the printer there, box printer, and we'll see the scan, sorry. We have two to do the technical support, but we have almost 8 people working right now to do all the modification of the line. And those people will be the one when we're going to have more equipment that will stay to do the technical troubleshooting and maintenance of the machine.
So GF, this equipment is mainly used for full batch. So when we're making one color for a full batch, so that we gain speed and efficiency in there. Is that right?
Yeah. This one, it's full one color batch. We don't do switches or new setup. It's a complete batch. It's we are about at 50 cartridge minutes on that line. Now we have a little, not a little, a big new machine, probably you hear about, just coming. Now it's in the installation stage, and it's a vertical machine. So for latex and SL type, we're going to be able to fill them, as you can see, vertically here. So, and after that, the machine, we plunge there, and it's going to be packaged on the same type of case packer that we have on the other side, on the cylinder number
So,
2.
in fact, GF, this machine is going to enable us to reduce our costs and increase our efficiency, mainly for the low viscosity product. So for a specific application in the transport industry, we have a lot of success with self-leveling. So that's going to help us gain more and more business in that specific market.
Jean-François, what were we seeing the operators doing just before you went up the stairs?
Now they're doing drums. That's another thing that we're going to have in the next, probably this summer. It's a complete automated drum line.
Okay.
Like DSL, we used to do those do those manually. So now it's going to be automated. So now we're on the mezzanine over our multi-coloring machine, and we'll show you later. That's all the pigment used and the multicolor line.
So these are the pigments that are injected directly into the cartridges. As you all know, we have over 300 colors of sealants, which is our competitive advantage. And the fact that we're able to inject the pigments directly into the cartridges enables us to manufacture very small batches of colors, whereas competitors not only have an exhaustive 300 colors, but they also require very large minimum order quantities, given that they don't have the same manufacturing technology as us.
So maintenance, Jude, Luc, Jérémy, maintenance people, V, production.
Jude is the tall gentleman that you saw in the corner, and Jude is our doctor who's been helping us keep COVID under control and giving us really strict guidelines on how to operate and what we need to do if somebody has potentially come in contact with COVID. It's been quite successful at Adfast. This is our gym. Okay, so this was our gym. Do you want to go in a little bit further so that we can see to the left? Due to COVID, it's been converted into cafeterias. Since people can't eat together in such close proximity anymore, our 3 or 4 existing cafeterias weren't sufficient, so we converted our gym. So like I was saying, everyone has gained 30 pounds since the beginning of COVID because we're no longer working out and instead we're eating. But everything will come under wraps when this is all over. This is another cafeteria with our AdClean bottle. And one of our production operators. Everywhere. There's health and safety signs on the walls, as you can tell. And we also make a point, health and safety is really one of our key values. And we want to make sure that it's respected, not only for something as simple as a hand disinfectant, AdClean at every entrance, but also if you've noticed that there are paints and strips on the grounds that guide pedestrians within our factories. This is our color lab, everyone. Danny, if you've met him or if you've discussed with him, exchanged with him through email, he's in charge of developing all of our custom colors. So the over 300 colors that we have in the 4580 series and 4600, he's developed them in this lab. Oh, there we go. That's good. Those are some of the pancakes that he developed for colors that you might have requested, and the baby cartridges that we send either to you or to our customers. Those of you who have seen our color development video, and I can reference it in the chat, we have a really great video that explains the process, and that was one of the equipments that he uses.
Quality control office.
So this is a quality control for batches that are in process and after production.
Yeah. So it's for the they do color quality check directly at the packaging. They do tests and process too, and the batching. As you can see too, we have now a lot of people's pedestrian ways. Thanks, Jude.
Yeah,
So
health
now
and
we'll
safety.
end up on the multicolor line. Cyril is going to explain to you the MES as you have done for the batching. So
On n'entend pas Cyril, hein? Cyril, we can't hear you. Here, just a moment. Jean-François, can you hear us, or Pascal?
This is the batch they are doing. This is the last one for the week. So yeah, they choose what they will do. Here they are the last.
Okay, just
They have all the information on the screen so that they can see if there's a problem or stuff like that. And basically, Jessica, I think that's started the packaging. The packaging is started. Everything is locked. Even when there is a production stop, it's locked. Here it is semi-manual packaging line. But everything else is automatic, and everything else is controlled, and the data is collected from the MES or from the PLC. PLC being
sorry, guys. I know that you can't hear him, and this is really disappointing. I might ask him to start over because what he's showing on the screen is the quality control that's in process and packaging. So the operator will see the cartridge, the image of the cartridge, so they can double check that they're using the right cartridge, because we have so many different art types. They have to validate the batch number. They have to validate the expiration date. Jean-François, do you hear me right now? Because we didn't hear Cyril's presentation. Okay, no, somebody needs to intervene. Yves, are you able to run over?
and that's the additive that we put.
Je vais l'appeler.
Ouais, t'as-tu numéro de sel à Pascal?
Yeah, no, I'm going to call Jean-François or Pascal
Okay.
also.
OK, je peux essayer d'appeler Pascal, essayer d'appeler Jean-François.
Good idea. Thank you. These temporary technical difficulties are
Unfortunately, we can't hear what GF is saying, but he's now showing you where all the pigments and all the additive are pumped into the silicone just before going to the cartridge and sausage. So that's where all the magic will happen. So when everything is mixed together, so that we can get all of those 300 colors. So now GF is going around showing you the mixer on the other side. GF, can you hear us?
j'ai plus de micro.
Je pense qu'il a réalisé.
Ouais, c'est ça. Vous entendez, GF?
Ouais, on l'a perdu, excusez, moi je vous entendais
Est-ce que vous
pas.
pourriez
Ok.
recommencer rapidement où Cyril était? Because we didn't hear any of Cyril's part nor your part.
Yeah, you didn't hear the Cyril part?
No.
No, either.
Okay. But okay, so mostly what Cyril was explaining, like in the lab, it's everything. It's under the MES. So if you know that the what cartridge you have to use, every information is there. So you can even call the maintenance by those screens. We can call error validations for the QC.
And it sends a text message, right, to the maintenance team or the QC team? Okay.
email and SMS. So we're sure they get connected. That's what control what I show you before, the tank, the pigment tank. You see on the left, it's the pigment with the additive. And that machine is controlling 0.005%. So it's a drop that we cut in half. So you see that the tank was from up there. That's the hose that bring the pigment to what look like a space shuttle, but it's a space shuttle. So that's the big part of the multicolor came from that machine. It's the most sophisticated dozer in the world, period. So we still CV here. So here it's the multicolor filling line. As you can see, it's a little bit slower than the other lines. It's because at every cartridge, it has to check and recheck the quantity in the product.
It's ensuring that the correct amount of catalysts and pigments are being injected.
Yeah. Thank you, Cindy.
My pleasure.
So that packaging line is doing cartridge, and on the other side, we're doing sausage. So it's a little bit smaller, but it's perfect for the coloring line.
Jean-François, what capacity are we running at right now? Do you know?
This, with the color, we're about, you can see it directly there. Now we are 20 cartridge per minute. Directly here. We have a dosing time of almost a second. So now we will go out. Here is the back. Yeah, it's the back of the administration center.
So as you guys are going to be able to see, we started in one building in 1978, and we've mushroomed all over the place. So we took over adjacent buildings up to the point where we had to literally install a fence around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different buildings. So this is the inside. Not the parking, but so to speak, that's fenced in between 5 buildings. What Jean-François is walking toward now is the new grommeting building. So the grommeting building is outside of the fence. And we're also going to occupy buildings behind the grommeting building that you see right now. So where that big truck is stationed, that's the grommeting building. The sign is hidden, but in back we're also, the sign's hidden, right?
Yeah, but I think we're going to be able to see it from the inside of the building here. So now we're going in the Robo SS line. So mostly polyurethane and hybrid sealant. Yeah, if you take a look, you can see a little bit of the sign, I think so.
Yeah.
And we have the other building at the back of that building.
Yeah, so the building in the back is on the highway. So with Yves' grand vision, he wants to, increase the height of that building and have a huge Adfast sign. So anyone driving on the 13 highway, for those of you who know Montreal, which is a very, very huge highway, Adfast would be very visible.
That's R&D lab. So here you see a smaller scaled down version of the big mixer that we have in our production plant. And it used to be QC2. So now we're going to see what I mean by a mix. That's the big version of the mixer. We have a new mezzanine here because we're going to put a new mixer in the lab. The reactor is hiding. It's hidden at the back of that big boxes, but that's where we do the polyurethane adhesive. So
these are items that are physically separate from silicone. So we're referring to 1502. We're referring to the PU liquid, which is the 5635 or 5645. This is also where we manufacture hybrids, the 1940s.
Yeah, exactly. Here it's the stop for the lunch. But all that equipment, that packaging line, we're going to do exactly the same as in the silicone site. We're going to have a mixing room. Here is going to be a complete mixing room. And all those equipment will go in our new packaging department for the silicone. So it's about the same equipment that we have for the silicone. We'll do a little that's raw material like on the silicone side. Now we're coming in the new Add Clean line. And as you can see, we're finishing, that's the bottling and mixer side of the line. All this area is class 1, division 2. So it's explosion proof because the product have a risk of igniting.
So right now, GF, we're making hand sanitizer, but we're gonna start making some surface cleaner as well as primer for different surface. So you're gonna see more product coming from that section. Adrien and his team are investing sometimes in getting new product made for the different target market.
Now we're getting prepared. We're finishing that department, the Clean department. As you can see, it's sanitary, and that will be the standard of Adfast for the year to come.
So you'll see more and more room like this with nice flooring and great walls like this.
With that cleanness, we're doing the modification to that section to bring the packaging line that we just saw. They just finished painting the floor. Oh, somebody walk on it.
Oh no.
There's one. It won't be. I think Pierre is going to be a little bit upset. So that's another what we call application lab. Now it's used as a warehouse for the construction. But so here we're going to have a robot. That's a new 2K machine we just received to do testing. Received this morning, brand new. We're going to have a machine like that, probably a couple of other machines here. A small scale production line with a robot. So we're going to be able to test every customer application here.
And Nick, am I mistaken that we were going to invite our customers to actually collaborate in the co-development with our new robots?
Yeah, not only we will invite our customer, but also we can bring raw material from a different location and have a team meeting with the customer, showing him how it's going to be in his production line. So all the different location will be involved in there, and we're going to have a lot of new ways to partner with the key customer. Where GF is actually, we're going to have our new lab for polymer lab. So in fact, Adrien and his team are going to be able to work with the new equipment. It's a GPC equipment that's going to help us do the chromatography of each product. So we're going to be able to look at how the product is made when we're looking at competitors' product or at different new technology, and we can go inside the product and see what it's made of and how it's chemically manufactured. GF is now getting into the conformity lab. So conformity lab, all the batches that are made in production can be tested in there. So we're comparing different product, different technologies from different supplier. We're getting a lot of new tests being done there. You have the augment test, the UV test, the salt spray test. This is the oven that is always calibrated to the temperature that's required. There's also the Instrum machine on the other side where we can do the D412 test and different elongation tests with the silicone coupon like this. Jean-François is going to show us.
I won't do a
that's the
test
different
because
tool that Tierno is working with.
Yeah. So that's the Tierno place. I want to say a little hello to our second doctor, Adrien. So now he's working here. It's a QC lab for polyurethane and hybrid sealant. But
many of you must have seen him in our various AdClean videos. Adrien.
Yes. So now we're going to walk to shipping. So
it's very interesting to see all the lab. We're investing a lot of money in there. Yeah,
Admobile.
That's the Admobile, and we just received one this morning. I think we're able to. We're gonna see it from when we walk on the other side.
Yeah, so the new one that we received this morning is the second Admobile in Montreal. So as you all know, we have one in Quebec City, we have one in Elkhart. Now we have two in Montreal. And the new one arrived this morning, so it still needs to have its little artwork done on the exterior and the shelving installed inside. And it'll be operational very quickly, very soon. And at first, given that we haven't hired a new sales rep or trained a new sales rep, we're also busy. Probably our existing sales reps will help operate it and visit our various construction sites, and also have courtesy visits to our existing construction customers. Here, what you see is the main warehouse. This is the main warehouse where Luckner and his team operate. They prepare your intercore orders. We also have our bar scanning. That's Jean. For those of you who have met him, he's our logistics supervisor. Now Jean-François is entering the customer service Montreal counter. So we tried to reduce staff as much as possible during COVID. So right now Karine is there, but there are 4 people that could work at the counter at once. Many of our customers are walk-ins. Most of the walk-ins are construction customers. They often show up without having a place or order in advance, and we still provide them with excellent service. They can pick up accessories. But of course, as much as possible, what we want to do is encourage our customers to create B2B accounts and to place their orders in advance, so that we can have their order prepared once they arrive. They don't need to wait. We can still suggest add-ons to their orders even if they place them in advance, but we want to provide the best possible service.
So we have customers that say that time. That's a toilet that we have to put for our customer because of the COVID situation. You know, the customer were arriving here, and we have to take care of them too. So it's completely needed. So we have a couple of blocks around the production plant.
As you can tell, there's little promos in the windows here with all of our products, and we've done that in many of our locations for locations in which landlords permitted us to do so. We saw the current state of our central warehouse, but that warehouse is going to be transferred to another building, which is about 1 street away, and it's a huge building, and it'll become a centralized automated warehouse, an intelligent warehouse. Martine is in charge of the project. She's working with a team, an internal team, and also expert integration partners and consultants. So we if I'm not mistaken, we might be moving forward with a company called Metalux. If ever you want to Google certain videos, I can put videos in the chat. But what you've just seen and what will be in the next 12 to 24 months will be completely different. So in our next visits, we'll show you that. Oh, there's the new Admobile. Jean-François is now entering, and this will be our last stop before we let you all go, into what we call the administrative center. So this is where finance operates, as well as our CEO, Yves. So if we're lucky, we'll get to see Yves in his office, and right above we see a huge sign which is our values in French. Well, now we see AdClean, but we'll see is Yves there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Yves is there. And what we call his war room.
There we go. There's his war room. as you can see, there's a huge, there are various screens because he wants to see statistics all day, every day, all the time. And I'm sure he connects to those screens when he's home as well at night and on weekends. Eve, is your microphone open? No, it's not open. And the wall to the right that you see with, I mean, that's not real stone, it's fake stone. And Danny did that.
It's
Danny
open
not
now.
only develops colors, but he develops walls. Hi, Eve.
Hi everyone, and I watch everything since the beginning. You know, I'm working here. You see, do you hear the sound? Is okay?
Yeah, I think maybe Jean-François, if he mutes himself.
Yes, you should. Yes, thank you, Jean-François. Look, I watch everything and I'm impressed, and I work here every day. It's why it's incredible what the people here have been doing. But one thing I want to say is, you know, Quebec is an experiment that started about 40 years ago, even before Adfast. We were a network of distributing companies, and we're at the third generation. So everything that you see today has taken 30 to 40 years. We're very slow. Some other company turn out to be $500 million in 10, 15 years. Us, we have been slow, but now I think we're catching up, and not only we're catching up, we're being labeled the most innovative company in Quebec. We're still small. So what I would like to try to communicate, because my English is not that great.
It's amazing. Stop it.
Yeah, thank you. But you know, I'm the only French in that family. Anyway, that's another story. We're not. Our expansion, we're very ambitious, and we know that it takes in our business about 20 million to manufacture, to be able to afford all the equipment that you sell. So we have to grow the business to 20 million in the US, but one day we're going to have a manufacturing plant in the US. We tried to do it before and we realized it was too much. Anyway, as we cross that volume of 20 million, all of what's going on here will start to happen also in the United States. But Cindy asked me, talk a little bit about the values. And I'm going to just finish with this because I don't want to, too much has been said and showed to you today. I'll just finish with the values. In simple terms, everybody want to work at a place where it's fun, you're well paid, you're excited with the type of work that you're doing. Look, I'm not saying it's 100% now, but this is our value. This is where we're going. This company is extremely profitable for the last 2 to 3 years, and we want to share the wealth. This is part of our value, is sharing the wealth created by everyone. It's not the story of one person. Well, I don't know, we're 120 or 130 employees right now. Everybody is contributing, and everybody is entitled to get a share. Anyway, this is the way we're going about business. The other thing also, customer is center to our strategy. Center. Everything we think we do, it's about the customer. It's about us, obviously. We want to make money. We want to have a great life. It's exciting. But one thing we do good, our mind is about the customer first. And the customer has to be profitable, has to be able to compete against foreign company. And that's what we're doing every day, helping them with better product, better applicator, better machine. And we're not finished. We're just at the beginning. And I'll end with this phrase that we repeat. We practice innovative and inclusive innovation. These are 3 very important words. Collaborative, you see, we're all working together, and that will intensify in the years to come. Inclusive, we don't discriminate. Color of the skin, sexual orientation, woman, man, we don't discriminate. This is critical. And if we see that, we'll fight it. We'll fight it. We want to be a good citizen because it's not only about making money. It's important to make money, but it's about respect. And I think we have achieve a maturity, but we'll continue to grow in that sense. Okay, well, that's my part. I hope you enjoy your visit, and we'll do that more often. I find that genius. It's so good. You know, the younger generation brings so many good things, little bad things at times, but that's
Never.
okay. Never okay.
I think it's time to cut off Yves' microphone now.
Thank you, everyone.
So
I wish you a nice
Yves.
weekend.
Thanks, Eve, for your comment.
I'd like to
Thank you.
just bring something up to the screen that Yves mentioned. He was discussing how once we bring sales over 20 million in the United States, that's when we're going to start to feel the same momentum and perhaps that the energy that we're feeling in Quebec. We want to replicate the success that we've had in Quebec in all of our locations, be it in Canada or in the United States. So can you see my MCC report BI on the screen?
Sure.
Okay, so in
Yes.
2020, our sales in our U.S. locations is at 13. So what Yves is saying is, let's get to 20 as soon as possible because there's a momentum. We're going to be able to build on a momentum and eventually install a manufacturing plant in the U.S. and have all the same kind of exciting projects in the U.S. Who knows? Perhaps maybe in Toronto. We don't know. We're thinking big. As Nick and I have repeated several times, we want to double our sales in the next 5 years, and also Yves, of course, wants that as well. And now,
Yep.
Since we have 15 minutes left, I was wondering if you guys had any questions. And please don't be shy because we have time.
Everybody's quiet. What's going on? Cindy, I think
they're all gone. I think they're all gone.
They all fell asleep.
We're here. No, we appreciate you guys' tour. I think it was very well done, and you could see the change. So, and I'm happy that at least you guys took out the time to give us the number for the US, the 20 million. So we're getting in there. So that's the key. That's we'll focus on that number, and me, Matt, and Dan, and everybody in the US. So that's good. Thank you for everything, and for taking the time for the tour. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul. Dan, Matt, do you want to add anything on that note? And Brittany, who's newly joined the US team.
Hey everyone, and thanks to everybody, all of our team members who contributed to that wonderful tour. It's been 1 year for me since I was able to see our facilities there in Montreal in person, and wow, even since in the last year, there's been an amazing change there. We have so many new exciting components there and people working all toward the same goal. And here in the US, we are going to be working very hard strategically and tactically to reach that 20 million milestone so we can continue with the momentum here in the United States and contribute to the greater success of the organization. So thanks very much, everyone.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, Paul and I have been here for 20 plus years, and just to see where we've come from 20 years ago to now is amazing. So it's great that we were able to share what the plant looks like, and it's amazing for me just being there a couple of years ago what it looks like now. So we're growing, and it's great to know that 20 million number, and we're going to get there. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Matt.
Matt.
Julie, I'm not sure if you're on the call.
Hi, I'm there.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I wanted to know, can you speak to us about your vision of the customer experience and what you see for all of our locations in the next 5 years?
Yes, definitely. And just at first, I want to thank you to Jean-François. I want to say thank to Jean-François, Cyril, and Yves. Honestly, I'm so impressed. I've been in the office, I think it was late in September since my last visit there. And it's like a new brand new office. So it's very, very exciting. Thank you guys for sharing the tour with us. And I think for all the location, it will be great to do the same thing in the early future, like Cindy mentioned earlier. For my part, it's also very exciting because since the last few months, we hire lots of new people lots of new agents in the United States, but also in Canada. And we have, we want to open new office, of course, like you all know, but we want to increase our customer service, our experience with the customer service. We want to be able to support our customer, but answer them through the new platform B2B, answer them directly on the construction site, when they call us, when they email us, when they even chat with us. So we want to be there for our customer, and having nice offices and nice Admobile on the road. And I feel like we are really bonding all together, the agent and the sales team. And for the last 20 years, since the last month, I can see a very big improvement with all the new people on board and all the new idea. And I'm happy to see that everybody can participate in this all this new improvement. So for me, being a part of this amazing team, it's very incredible. So thank you all, and we will continue. We will continue to work together and to do weekly meeting and to all work. Sales
In
team and
collaboration.
agent, yeah, into collaboration, but also with all the other departments, of course.
Of course. And I think that we can maybe finish off. You've mentioned collaboration between the agents and the sales team, and how many ideas have been generated from our increased collaboration. Audrey, would you like to speak to that point with the collaboration between agents, MCC, and sales?
Of course. Hi, everyone. Yes, we want to increase our visibility everywhere. So we want all the location to have the same visibility as what we have in Montreal, because it's working very well. And collaboration between sales and MCC team is very important. We have a lot of meeting every week, and I want to continue everything to be this way because it's working very well. We saw your sales strategy, and we really want to work together to make sure that we attain your goals for your location and your territory. We have our new B2B platform that we hope that it will increase our sales everywhere. Yes, and we are here. The MCC team is here for everyone, and to increase our sales and to increase our visibility everywhere. So thank you, everyone.
Thanks very much, Audrey. So before we let you go, are you sure nobody has any questions or comments? And if not, we won't bug you any longer.
If there's no more comments or question, I suggest that if you have any request after the meeting, you can always send us an email. We'll be pleased to hear from you and to know how you like the tour. For sure, we're still in construction, like we said earlier. So we're going to show you in a month or two another video where you can see all the equipment being installed together. So you'll see the lab that we were talking about earlier. And to answer Kevin's question, they're already working on the automated warehouse. We plan to have something working by the end of the year. So we're going to show you months after months how the things are growing in the in that new warehouse. Cindy will also post some video to give you an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done.
It'll actually, you know what, if you can give me 2 to 3 more minutes, I'm looking for the, okay, I have them. I'm going to share my screen, okay? These are 60-second videos, but that give you an idea of what it is that we want. And there are 2 or 3. And Audrey, as I'm bringing them up, if I'm not choosing the right ones, because we purchased a few of them from Adobe, would you mind pulling them up to your screen? Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay. So rather than it be actual forklifts that are loading trucks, what we want, you know, it'll get to this level where trucks are being loaded with automated lines. What are these called in English? I don't remember what they're called, but anyways, you get the
transports. I don't remember. We have the video of Martine and what you did for Forum IQ.
Yes. Yes,
So maybe
that's
we
the one
can
I'm
send
looking
the
for.
link. Okay, we can send a link to this video. I know that it's in French, but you'll
there's
see a lot of
also,
good videos.
wait, let's just see this one. Yeah, okay, this is
Transtocker,
I
that's
have the one from
word.
the Transtocker, so I'm going to share this one. It's just 30 seconds. Do you see it? See the video?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Now, yes.
So when we're placing stock on different rackings, it won't be done with a forklift. It'll be done with what's called a Transtocker. Whoops. And then I'm going to share one last one that's about 30 seconds. Where is it? Oops, sorry. But we will also share the complete video that we created. Oh, this one's cool. Sorry, I'm impressed. I don't know how many times I saw it and I still like it. Okay. So this is like a huge big picture, but this is what we're aiming for. Next level Adfast warehousing. Amazon, it's the Amazon vision. So that was the last video I want to show you. And of course, we're going to continue to schedule virtual tours and show you the evolution of that warehouse and also other production plants. Thanks again, everyone, for your time. And let us know if you have any questions by chat or by email, or if you have suggestions for future virtual tours. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Merci
Thank
beaucoup.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Merci.